Selenium class 25, writing test cases part 3. See, today we are going to discuss writing Selenium WebDriver test cases using user defined methods, or you can say reusable components. See, writing Selenium WebDriver test cases using user defined methods. User defined methods, or you can say reusable components. Reusable components. Okay. First, create user defined methods. Create user defined methods. Say, if we find more reusable components in our project, we can reduce the project code size and complexity. We can reduce the project code size. So try to find more reusable components. Okay, today I will explain how to create user defined methods and how to use them in test cases. First, you know how to create user defined methods. See, new class name, suppose methods. Okay. Now create user defined method for login functionality, admin login functionality. Srivalli.
Yes, sir.
Method definition. Before main method na?
Yes, sir.
Before main method. Create user defined method for login functionality. You know that login functionality?
We have to send the username and password.
Okay. See, public,
Public, static.
static not required.
Okay.
Void, suppose method name,
Method name.
admin login. Okay, first I'm creating without arguments. Then you can create with arguments also. Next, create WebDriver.
Oh, WebDriver. Driver.
WebDriver driver equal to
new.
Good. New
Firefox driver.
New Firefox driver. Import import WebDriver. Import Firefox driver. Next, launch that admin homepage driver dot
get.
Take that URL. Just a minute. Build admin. Next, enter username. See, in
driver
this
dot.
method, no arguments. No
Yeah.
arguments.
Mm-hmm.
We have to use constant values, fixed values.
Values.
Dot find element
Find a
by dot name
I username
username
dot
dot
send keys.
send keys admin.
It,
Next, same password,
mm-hmm.
edit box only, by dot name
Password.
password send keys admin at 123.
Mm-hmm.
Next, driver dot find element by
By
dot
dot ID
id of
TDB1
tdb1
dot
dot click operation. Click. Just a minute. You check that element locators, username, name locator, username. Next, password, name locator, password.
pass. Mm.
Next, login button, id locator, tdb1. Okay. Next, create one more function. This time with okay, you just call this function. Just call in this function, no verification point, just plain navigation. Call the function. You know how to call. First,
Okay.
create the object,
Class name. Class name.
class name. First, create the
It.
object. Using object, you can access methods.
Mm-hmm.
Methods, suppose obj equal to
Equal to new methods.
good. New methods.
Mm-hmm.
Just a minute. New methods semicolon.
Obj dot
Next,
obj dot admin
obj
log.
dot admin login. Just run. Oh, disable this antivirus. It is showing another element. Run the program once again. Executing. Here no verification point. Okay. Next, write one more statement in this test. A statement is driver dot close.
Dot close. Mhm.
Driver dot no close method. First of all, error.
Okay.
Why?
We
See,
have
we
to.
created WebDriver means we created driver object in this method. This is local, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
We created driver object in this method, a block of code. It is local. Make it as global. Make it as global before this method.
Public.
Uh,
uh,
public public static
driver.
WebDriver WebDriver equal to WebDriver driver equal to
New Firefox.
new Firefox driver. New Firefox driver semicolon. Now you remove this statement. You can just use driver. Run the program. Now it is working now. This extra statement.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, create same admin login method with arguments
Okay.
with same name. Admin login. Suppose username, password. See, whenever you
String.
data type, string username, string password. Whenever you want to perform login with constant values, you call first method. Whenever you want to use different inputs, you call second admin login method. See, methods with same name. Madhavi, methods with same name in the same class. This concept is called
Method overloading.
method overloading. See. Next, if I want to call that one, just a minute. First I am calling that method. After that closing obj dot admin login username admin comma password admin at 123 semicolon.
Change the values in find by element.
Pardon?
There are static values in the
Yes,
method. We
yes.
have to change.
We need to
Username and password.
replace the constant values with parameters. Replace constant values with parameters. Username, password. Don't use double quotes for parameters. Next, try to run the program. Error. Observe,
Yeah.
Srivalli.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
it is
because
showing?
we are running the same already it used first method.
No. That is
It
different.
logging.
You can call a number of times. That is not the issue. The
We
issue
need
is
to
we
log off,
closed the
right, sir?
browser.
Okay.
After
But we
first
need to
method,
log off.
we closed the browser.
Okay.
Log off not required. That WebDriver launches fresh instance of the application. That is not the issue. Here issue
Okay.
is we closed the browser now after first
Yeah.
method. Next, what it is showing error communicating with the remote browser. It may have died, isn't it?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Here you write one method for close browser also. Close browser.
Okay.
First, check the existence of browser. If exist, then close. If exist, then close. Okay. Public void close browser. Close browser. Blank parenthesis. No arguments. Next, here I am writing one condition. Observe the condition. If not exclamatory symbol driver dot toString dot contains null. If it is not null, then close. Otherwise, don't close. Driver dot close. Instead of that one, you call that function obj dot close browser. Try to run this program. Still error.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. For launching browser also, you write the function for launching browser. Just a minute. How to write function for launching browser? Rahman, write function for launch application also, or launch browser also.
Okay, public.
Just a minute. Launch browser. Just a minute. Public static. Just a minute. Launch browser. Launch browser. This one, admin login. Without parameters. Next, admin login. Just a minute. Admin login with parameters. With parameters. Next, close browser. Okay. You remove this statement. Just a public static WebDriver driver semicolon. Just we are declaring driver. Next, public void suppose launch browser. Launch browser. Just a minute. Madhavi, tell me the statement. How to launch the browser? We declared WebDriver as static.
Driver.
Yes, driver. No need to write WebDriver. We already declared driver.
New Firefox
Equal to, yes. New Firefox driver. New Firefox driver. Okay. Now observe Srivalli. Run the program. Main method. Null pointer exception.
We did not call the method.
Launch
Oh,
browser.
sorry. Oh, good. We didn't call that one. Obj dot launch application. Launch browser. First launch browser. First you remove the statement. Where? Here WebDriver statement not available. Okay. First launch browser, admin login, close browser. launch, login, close. Again launch.
Mhm.
Obj dot launch browser admin login with parameters. Next, close
Close
browser. Okay. Run the program. First iteration over. Second iteration. Okay na? Srivalli executing na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Say for launch browser also we need to write the separate method. See here you can create n number of user defined methods. Just a minute. Creating user defined methods. Next, create one more class. Suppose class test case 1. Test case 1. Suppose in this case login, admin login, verification. I want verification. Say admin, otherwise a new test. Redirect to user interface. Redirect to user interface from admin interface. See, this is the test case. Okay. Next, for redirecting, first login, then redirect to uh, user interface. See, manual operation. Admin at 123. Next, click online catalog link. Redirecting to user interface. You take this URL. Okay. Write test case. Login steps available in that login method Srivalli.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
We have to
First
use
create object na.
inherit.
Inherit.
Inherit that class.
What is the keyword for inheritance?
Inherits.
Keyword for inheritance.
Extends.
Yeah.
Extends class name.
Methods.
Okay. Next, create object. First, create object, or you can say instance. Class name. What is the class
Method.
name?
Test
case 1. Next, object name. Suppose object
Equal to new.
equal to new class name. Same class. Test case 1. Open and close parenthesis and semicolon. Okay. Next, verification point. First, you write the steps for verification point. First, redirect to user interface and verify. Before that, you call required methods.
Object
obj dot
launch browser.
launch browser required. Type L, select launch browser. Okay, next
Object dot admin login.
admin login. Object dot admin login. See here, two admin logins available. You can use without arguments or with arguments.
With arguments.
Suppose with arguments. Admin.
Admin at 123.
Okay. Admin at 123. The first one also we accessed both. Next,
Sir, with argument or without argument, what is difference in it?
say suppose with arguments you can change the value now. You can use positive values or negative values for this test case.
Okay.
Suppose if it is fixed values, you can't change now.
Yes, sir.
Say, observe. Suppose I want to conduct admin login functionality verification. If we use if it is without arguments, you can't change the parameters now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we are using valid inputs. For login admin functionality, this method okay. Suppose I want to check error message functionality, means invalid inputs, negative testing. For that, this method is not suitable now.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if we use arguments, what will happen? This method can be used for positive testing or negative testing. Both, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Find the difference between method with arguments, method without arguments. What is the difference?
With arguments, it will be the fixed value. We can't change it.
We can't change the values. That method can be used for positive testing only. If we use arguments, that can be used for positive and negative testing, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next.
Thank you.
Continue, Srivalli.
Driver dot.
Next remaining statements. Where we are just back.
Online
catalog. This is link type na. Online catalog. Okay. Driver. Observe. In this test, in this program, I am not creating the driver. Driver created in main class. This is subclass. We are inheriting the methods and variables. We are inheriting the class members, non-static class members. Driver dot find element by dot link text. Suppose link text value online catalog. Operation click. Next, after click, then capture the URL. String
driver string
URL equal to
driver dot
driver dot
get current
URL semicolon. Next, write condition if
URI equals
URL
dot
just a minute dot equals. What is that value? We already captured that value, na? Okay. Next, you can write any meaningful message. Suppose SYSO, control space, enter. Redirected
to user interface.
Redirected to user interface. User interface passed.
Pass.
Next, else not redirected to user interface. User interface failed. Okay. Next, after this curly brace, close the browser.
Yeah.
Object dot
close.
Close browser. Observe Preeti. In this test case, we are using reusable components. Nothing but user defined methods na.
Yes, sir.
See, first we called one method, next one method, next we write normal statements, and again method. See, first statement method, last statement method, middle some statements. This test case specific statements. See, first method, second one also method, next normal statements, next last one again method. Run the test case. Observe Kamala. Kamala is there? I think not available. Okay. Next, Krishna Chaitanya. Guide me second test case. Just a minute, I will copy this one. This is first test case. Next, my second test case using user defined methods. Login functionality. Admin login. Yesterday we did that. You know the logic. Admin login functionality. Just a minute. Admin login functionality. With valid inputs. With valid inputs. Next test case. Admin login functionality. Admin login functionality with invalid inputs. Invalid inputs. Next test case, observe Madhavi. That day you asked na, can we write multiple test cases in a program? Yes, we can write. With the help of TestNG, you can write multiple test cases in a program without TestNG or JUnit framework also. You can write multiple test cases in a program. Say, write multiple test cases. All these three are redirect to user interface, admin functionality with valid inputs, admin login functionality with invalid inputs. All these three test cases in single program. Write multiple test cases in a program. Okay. Next, guide me Preeti. I want the second one. Srivalli guided me for first test case, redirect to user interface from admin. You have to guide me for the second test case, admin login functionality with valid inputs. Means check that admin login. Create one test case, new class, create new Java class. Preeti.
Yes, sir.
Next. What is the test case? What is the test case? Admin login functionality with valid inputs. Positive test case. Here we are not going to check invalid inputs. Positive test case. See if it is working for valid inputs or not. What about handling invalid inputs? That is another concern, another scenario. Guide me. First step.
We have to launch the browser, so we have to call the method.
First step. We
OBJ.
are going to access user-defined methods or reusable components from another class. First, inherit.
Yeah, extends.
Extends. What is that class name? Methods. Okay, inherit. Next step, create object. Or you can say instance of the class. Create object in this class. Preeti, quick.
Yeah.
Create object in this class.
OBJ.
What is the syntax? Class name, object name equal to new class
Test
name.
Case 2. Sorry, test case 2.
Test case 2. This is the class name. Next, object name, your own. You can use any name, meaningful name. Suppose obj2 equal to
new test case 2.
New test case 2. New test case 2 open and close parenthesis semicolon. Okay, object creation over. Next, observe the required test steps for our login functionality. First, you need to launch the browser, then login. After login, capture the URL and compare with expected. Okay, login test case already there. A login method already there. You call that login method. Next, for launch application also call the method. First launch application. obj2 dot type
launch browser.
Okay. Next,
obj2
dot admin login. Admin login. I'm using just without arguments. With arguments also you can use and you can pass parameters. See, anyhow we used valid inputs now. That's why I'm calling that one. Next, write normal steps. After login, you need to capture URL. String URL equal to driver dot get current URL. Okay. See, we are accessing driver object from main class, parent class. This is subclass. In this class, we didn't create the driver. We are accessing driver object from main class. Next, write the condition. If
URL
URL dot contains, for example, you take that one URL. This is one. Contains this one, then you can write meaningful message. Say SYSO control space, enter. Next, admin login successful, status of results, for example, passed, else failed, unsuccessful, failed. Next, after this verification point, close the browser.
driver.close.
Driver.close, otherwise we have method na.
Yeah. obj2
Dot close browser. Okay. See, observe in this test case, first two steps, methods calling. Next, remaining steps, except last step, normal steps. Next, last step, again method calling. Method call. See, the statement is method call. Okay. Run the program. Observe the output, Preeti.
Yes, sir. Admin login successful passed.
Passed. Okay. Next, negative test case, Madhavi.
Sir, yes, I have a question.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Who is asking? Krishna Chaitanya?
Yes.
Tell me, Krishna Chaitanya.
Is there other possibility without checking that only the URL?
Yes, other possibilities also there. You can use. See, verification points. You can consider different things. Observe here, log off link is there na.
Yes, sir.
After login, you can get log off link. Before login, no log off link. By checking the existence of log off link, you can confirm login functionality.
Okay.
Isn't it? Not only
Yes.
URL. See, by checking the existence of log off link, you can confirm the login functionality. For that, you need to write exception also. Checking object existence na, exception required. If it is URL is fixed na.
Yeah.
That's why I'm taking easiest way. You can use another ways also. No issue. You can write. You observe. You take. You take this one as assignment, personal assignment. You write verification point for login functionality. Here you consider verification. Check the existence of log off link and confirm login. Here exception also required na. Suppose sometimes it will show no such element exception.
If login is not successful.
Not successful. Not successful, forget about that one. Suppose successful, but log off link not available, log out another name is available. For example, safe side exception required na. We already used exception handling. No such element. I think yesterday or day before yesterday.
Day before yesterday.
Day before yesterday. You using that syntax you can write. Okay na?
Okay, sir.
Observe. Good
Okay.
question. Observe. For verification points, there are no fixed ways. You can consider several things, but select best method. Here I am taking URL. Why? URL is fixed. URL is fixed. That's why I am taking URL. Otherwise, you can check the object existence. Suppose log off link. Log off link. Here observe. Before login, what is the link? Login link. After login, another link. What is that link? Index page. Observe Krishna Chaitanya. Now index page na.
Yes, sir.
See, sometimes you can consider page title also, but in this application, page title duplicate. Observe. Here, what is the page title?
GCR shop.
Admin. Just a minute. What is the page title for before login page?
GCR shop.
Admin.
Oh.
Same or different?
That okay. Same.
Same. Did you observe this one, Tushar Amin? Did you observe?
Yes, sir.
Before login page title is GCR shop admin. After
Yes,
login also same page title. So we cannot consider page title for verification. Suppose if page titles are changing, means unique page titles, then you can use that one also. Okay.
yes.
Come to mainstream.
Sir, can you open that
Which one?
GC
Application?
yeah, application.
Just a minute. Tell me.
Sir, on the top it is mentioned GCR shop.
That
so
is
that is the page, right?
That is not the page title. That is only external image. Just a minute. Observe tooltip. What is that one?
GCR shop admin.
Otherwise, just a minute. Place mouse pointer on the page and right click. View page source. Control F. Here enter title. Page title. Just a minute. So many titles. Here observe. Observe Preeti, what is the title of the page? Title attribute.
Yeah, GCR shop admin.
That is the page title. External view is different. Internal value is important. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, second one. Next test case. Madhavi, guide me. Admin login functionality with invalid inputs. Negative test case. Positive test case over. I am creating one more class. New class. Test case. 2 or 3? 3. Now guide me from scratch. My requirement is this one, negative test case. Admin login. Admin login functionality with invalid inputs. Negative test case.
First, we have to
First inherit.
extends
Extends
methods.
that class name, parent class name. Next, create object or instance.
Test case 3.
Just a minute. Test case 3.
Object 3 equal to
Any name. Suppose for identification purpose, I am changing object name, different object names. Suppose in test case 2, object 2, test case 3, object 3. Okay, equal to
new test case 3.
New test case 3. New test case 3. Open and close parenthesis, semicolon. Next.
Object 3 dot launch browser.
Yes, object 3 dot launch browser. Type L and select launch browser. Next.
Object 3 dot admin login with parameters.
See, object 3 dot admin login with parameters. Observe, Preeti, you asked na for this negative test case with parameters only.
Yes, sir.
Without, if you call without parameters, in that we used constant values, those are valid input, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
See, admin, for example, invalid input, admin EA, but actual username is just admin. I'm using incorrect username. Next, admin at 123A. Password also incorrect. Okay. Next.
And object, now we have to get
We have to capture the string na. What is that one? Error message. After invalid input, you can get error message na. What is that error message? This one. From error.
Message stack error that I didn't locate.
Write that statement for that one. Just a minute. String.
Your message.
Suppose error message equal to
driver dot find element.
Sorry. Driver dot find element by dot just a minute.
Name, I think.
Here you can use class message stack error. Message stack error. Just a minute. By dot class name locator value. Just a minute. Dot
get text. Sorry.
It is not taking class name. Any error?
By sir,
by dot class name. Okay.
Import by.
Oh, yes. Get text. Okay. Next, here one condition required.
For by also we have to import,
Yes, by also built-in class.
Yeah,
but we never did that, right?
sometimes it is
Pardon?
asking, it is not
We
asking.
never did the before, right?
See, earlier sometimes it automatically imports. Just a minute. Where is that one?
Methods you can check.
Here in this main class, by already imported.
Okay.
By is built-in class. See here, OpenQA Selenium by.
Yeah. Okay.
Continue, Madhavi. String error message. Okay. Next,
We have to write the condition.
right? Condition. Tell me the condition.
If
If
error message
error message.
dot equals
Dot contains.
invalid.
Select this total one. Next,
Mm,
what is the
say,
problem? Write message. Suppose control space enter. Handling
invalid input.
invalid inputs. Invalid inputs. Passed. Next, else not handling.
Invalid inputs passed.
Say not handling invalid inputs. Failed. Next, after this condition, close browser.
Dot close browser.
Dot close browser. Run the program. Say handling invalid inputs passed. Next, Rahman. Multiple test cases in a program.
Yes, sir.
You write a program for all these three test cases. Just a minute. You create one more class. Suppose class test cases. Now I want all these three test cases. Not only these cases, you can write another cases also. Just a minute. Here we have the code now. First one, just a minute, redirection. First test case. See test case 1. Next, test case 2. Test, just a minute. Test case 2. Next, test case 3. Okay. This is our agenda. Continue.
Yes. So inherits
Extends methods, class name.
class name.
Next, create object,
Create object.
create
Class name.
class name. Class name is test
Test case.
cases.
Cases.
Test cases.
T should be uppercase.
Oh, yes. Sensitive. Test cases. Next, suppose obj4 equal to new
Class name test cases.
test cases, open and close parenthesis, semicolon. Okay. Next, just a minute. First test case. You take that code already available. First test case. Which one? Online catalog. Just a minute. This one.
This one.
This is first case. Oh, here object changed na?
OBJ4.
OBJ4. Okay. Launching of the application. Next, performing some operations. Next, closing the browser. Launching browser, performing operations, closing browser. First test case over. Next, second test case. Again, launching the browser. Just a minute. Take the second test case up to close browser. OBJ4 URL we already used now. So use another name. What is the rename? Suggestion is rename. Suppose URL2. Okay. Next, third test case. Take that third test case. OBJ4 in this only error message. Okay. Just a minute.
You already used OBJ4.
Pardon?
OBJ4. Okay. Got it.
What is the problem? Observe.
Okay.
Observe, Preeti. First, inheriting. Next, create object. Next, first test case. Just a minute. Here you can write that one. Test. This is optional. Test case 1. Optional. Next, test case 1 over. Next, test case 2. Test case 2. Next, test case 2 over. This is optional. Next, test case 3. Test case 3. Just a minute. Why two headers? Create object not required. Only once. Create object only once. Closing. Just a minute. First inheriting, next create object, next first test case, next second test case, next third test case, over. Okay na Preeti?
Yes, sir.
Here the statement unnecessary na. Here only creating object once for all these 3 test cases. Sorry. Observe Madhavi.
Yes, sir.
Okay na? Krishna Chaitanya.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Try to run the program. First redirect functionality. Next close. Next admin functionality with valid inputs. Next admin functionality with invalid inputs. Abzar Rahman.
Yes, sir.
First one redirected to user interface passed. Second one passed. Third one passed. Why not showing test case 3? This one we are not using. Just a minute. Test case 3. This message optional. Run the program once again. First redirect test case over. Second one admin login functionality with valid inputs, positive test case. Next third test case admin login functionality with invalid inputs, negative test case. Observe Preeti. Test case 1 redirected to user interface pass. Test case 2 admin login successful pass. Test case 3 handling invalid inputs passed. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
See, we can write multiple test cases in a program na.
Yes, sir.
But observe Madhavi, that day you asked na. Suppose if you are not using these methods, then how can we write multiple test cases? Browser launching, closing required na?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
One personal assignment to you, Madhavi. You try the same program with multiple test cases without methods. Okay na? Without reusable components. Just a minute. Complete sense. Tushar Amin, did you understand the concept? Any confusion?
No, sir, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay. See next one, small concept, synchronization. Small concept, synchronization. What is synchronization? Just a minute. Synchronization. Here topics. First one, what is synchronization? Next, why synchronization? What is synchronization? Why synchronization is required? Why synchronization is required? Next, types of synchronization. Types of synchronization. Next, examples. Okay. Have any idea, Madhavi, what is synchronization? General definition. It is global concept. You can find synchronization feature in computer environment, programming languages, in databases, Oracle also, and in software testing also. What is synchronization?
Matching the speeds of two things.
Matching the speeds of two things. Just a minute. General. Say you can find this synchronization feature in software development, means programming languages, Java, etc. Next in databases, Oracle, etc. In software testing, test automation. You take any tool, UFT or Selenium, synchronization is there. First, general definition. It is a process of coordinating or matching two or more activities or devices or processes in time. See, process of coordinating or matching not only two or more activities or devices or processes in time. This is general definition. Next, in test automation, local definition. Test automation. Say, process of matching the speeds of AUT. AUT stands for application under test, and test tool in order to get proper execution. Here two things. One is application under test, another is test tool. See, process of matching the speeds of or matching UFT, AUT stands for application, real-time term, application under test, and test tool, Selenium or UFT or any other tool, test tool in order to get proper execution, in order to get proper execution. Say test tool. Actually, no issues with test tool. Issues with AUT only, that I will explain. Before that, synchronization nowadays it is independent topic, but actually synchronization is part of error handling. In order to avoid some type of errors during execution, we use synchronization. Actually, it is part of error handling, but nowadays it is independent topic. See, I think all of you familiar with what is synchronization. Next, why synchronization is required. See, up to now we created so many test cases and executed, but we didn't concentrate on the synchronization. Meaning, synchronization is only required for some scenarios where it is required. Say, during test execution, test tool gives instructions one by one with same speed. But AUT takes less time for some statements or steps execution and more time for some steps execution. In order to keep them in sync, synchronization is required. For example, here we can't blame the AUT also. Why? Suppose enter a value into edit box. Application can respond quickly. Click on a link. Application can respond quickly. Suppose downloading process, uploading process, they may take more time. Here we can't blame the application also. Observe, during test execution, during test execution, during test execution, test tool gives instructions one by one with same speed. But AUT takes less time for some steps execution and more time for some steps execution. More time for some steps execution. In order to keep them in sync, synchronization is required. In order to keep them in sync, then synchronization is required. Krishna Chaitanya, can you tell me when it is required exactly? Up to now we created and executed so many test cases. Some steps took less time. Some steps took more time, but we didn't face any synchronization problem.
Like page loading, during page loading.
Page loading, okay. When synchronization is required, what, why, when? Then I will explain how. What, why, when, how. I think all of you familiar with what and why. When it is required. Madhavi, when it is required. Say yes or no, Madhavi. When synchronization is required.
to match the speeds of application under test and the
Okay,
test tool?
up to now we created so many test cases and executed. We didn't face that problem now.
Sometimes we use thread.sleep.
Sometimes I used only for observation. Actually, they're not required. Say synchronization, we use the thread.split wait time not only for synchronizing not only for synchronizing AUT and test tool. In order to observe the test execution process, you can use that wait statement, isn't it?
Yes.
Suppose after entering username and password, I want to observe the data is entering or not. For that, you can write that wait statement. That is only for observation. That is secondary usage. Primary usage is synchronization. Secondary usage is observation. Rahman, have any idea?
Yes, sir. I have some idea. Sometimes we need to grab some value from the database. So it
Okay,
takes
no
long
graph.
time.
Okay, you are telling me the scenarios when it is required. Any time limitation or any other things?
During execution?
Pardon?
I don't know, maybe.
See, actually, tool can wait default synchronization time 20 seconds. Selenium can wait maximum 20 seconds for every statement. Suppose if statement takes 4 seconds, then it will go to next statement immediately. Next statement 1 second, it will go to another statement immediately. Suppose 19 seconds, it can wait 19 seconds. After 19 seconds, it will go to another statement, next statement. Suppose next statement requires 24 seconds. After 20 seconds, it will show error, no such element or any error. Getting this point? Some limit is there now when synchronization is required. Whenever any statement or step takes more than 20 seconds for execution, their synchronization is required. Getting this point, Krishna Chaitanya?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, just a minute. Tell me when synchronization is required.
Some steps may take more than 20 seconds for execution.
Say tool default synchronization time is 20 seconds. If any step takes more than 20 seconds for execution, their synchronization is required, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, Preeti. What is synchronization? Test automation point of view definition. Forget about general definition. What is synchronization?
That is the process of matching the speeds of AUT and test tool in order
to get proper execution. Next, Tushar, why synchronization?
Because during test execution, to execute some instruction tool take more time.
Not tool
and,
taking.
also
AUT takes more time. Tool won't take more time. Observe once again.
So
During test execution, test tool gives instructions. Every step is one instruction. Every statement is one instruction. Step, statement, instruction. All these are synonyms. During test execution, test tool gives instructions one by one with the same speed. No issues with test tool. But AU2 takes less time for some statements execution and more time for some steps execution. In order to keep them in sync, synchronization is required. Okay, na?
yes, sir.
Any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay. Next, types of synchronization. Types of synchronization. We have two types of synchronization. One is unconditional synchronization. Unconditional synchronization. What is unconditional? Next, conditional synchronization. What is unconditional synchronization? In this, we specify timeout value. We will make the tool to wait certain amount of time and then proceed. No condition. You wait 10 seconds or 20 seconds. After the specified time, proceed. See, in this we specify timeout value. Timeout value. We will make the tool to wait. We will make the tool to wait certain amount of time. Certain amount of time and then proceed. Next, syntax. Already we used. Can you remember Krishna Chaitanya? We already
Thread
used
dot
indirectly
sleep.
that unconditional synchronization. What is that one?
Thread dot sleep.
Thread dot sleep.
Time in milliseconds.
Yes, time in milliseconds. Say 1000 milliseconds equal to 1 second. Example. I will show test example also. Just thread dot sleep of semicolon. 9000 millisecond means 9 seconds. It waits blindly. Next, unconditional. Conditional. First unconditional synchronization. Next, conditional synchronization. Conditional synchronization. Say some limitations for this conditional synchronization. It will not work for all commands or statements in the application. It's only work for find element and find element statements. Before find element and find element statements. See limitations. It will not work for, but unconditional synchronization will work for all statements, any statement. It will not work for all commands or statements in the application. It works only for find element. It works only for find element and find elements statements. Next, syntax. Observe one difference. Unconditional synchronization blindly waits the specified time. Suppose one web page is loading, I want to wait up to that web page get loaded. Suppose I used unconditional synchronization 15 seconds, but within 6 seconds or 7 seconds page loaded, but it waits maximum 15 seconds. After 15 seconds only it will go to next statement, even though application loaded. If it is conditional synchronization, it waits up to that task performed. Suppose page loaded within 6 seconds. It won't wait maximum time. Conditional synchronization won't wait maximum time. It waits required time only. Suppose we used 15 seconds. Suppose within 10 seconds page loaded. After 10 seconds it will go to next step immediately. Suppose next time 14 seconds. After 14 seconds it will go to next statement. Suppose third iteration 7 seconds. After 7 seconds it will go to next statement immediately. But if it is unconditional synchronization, it waits maximum time, that specified time, blindly. Did you observe this point, Srivalli? Difference between unconditional synchronization and conditional synchronization.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference?
For unconditional, it we wait behind whatever the max time we mention in the statement.
Okay. Next, conditional synchronization.
It will take, whenever the
Required time only. It takes required time only within specified time. Suppose we specify 20 seconds, required time 25 seconds. It won't wait 25 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Required time within maximum time, specified time only. But it won't wait unnecessarily. See, syntax. Driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait next time in seconds next time unit dot seconds, semicolon. Say I will show one small example. Suppose launch Google homepage and click Gmail link. First create driver, driver equal to new Firefox driver, just a minute. Import Next, driver dot get next URL. Driver dot get google.com. Next, after launching the Google homepage, I want to click on Gmail link. Driver dot find element by dot link text value Gmail dot click. Suppose this is our test. Here no synchronization problem. Just assume this page loading is taking more time. That time it is providing immediate instruction Gmail click and throwing error. Gmail link not available. Why? Page still loading. That time how to handle this situation? See, in this scenario no synchronization problem. Just assume if synchronization problem is there, then how to handle? First, unconditional synchronization. Thread.sleep, suppose 10,000 milliseconds. She throws declaration. Then what will happen? It waits maximum 10 seconds, even though application loaded. Suppose application takes 9 seconds, it waits 9 seconds. After 9 seconds also, it waits 10 seconds blindly. Within 10 seconds, if Google homepage available, then it will click. Suppose within 10 seconds, not loaded, then it will show error only. Anyhow, it waits 10 seconds blindly. Run the program. See, waiting 10 seconds. After 10 seconds only, it will click Gmail. Means it will go to next statement. Okay. Next, just a minute. Suppose instead of this one, if we use, this is unconditional. Unconditional synchronization. Next, conditional. Conditional synchronization. Remove this one. Tell me, Tushar, I mean conditional synchronization. I want to specify 10 seconds. Conditional synchronization this time.
Driver dot manage.
Driver dot manage dot timeouts
dot
implicitly wait suppose 10 seconds here time unit dot seconds semicolon. Just a minute. This I didn't use brackets now. Unconditional. Okay. Next, Srivalli, if I execute this script, what will happen? Will it wait 10 seconds after Google homepage launch or?
No, sir.
No.
Just it wait whatever the required time.
Required time. Here, no required time. Immediately loading, so it will click Gmail link immediately. If required, it can wait. It can wait.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See.
Yeah.
Immediately. Over. Okay, this is about synchronization. We will meet tomorrow, same time. Any queries, Rahman?
No, sir, I'm good. Thank you.
Welcome. Preeti.
Maybe this is not a relevant question, but I want to ask you. Some of the applications, they are having some kind of images, they are continuously moving, right? So those kind of scenario also we are going to cover somewhere.
Say, observe, Selenium has some limitations. First of all, image testing. In case of image testing, Selenium has so many limitations that I will send. Say, for image based testing, Selenium won't support 100. Selenium supports for limited scenarios only. Okay, na?
Okay.
For limited scenarios, not for all scenarios.
Okay.
Anyhow, I will try to find out that one. But UFT, formerly QTP supports image-based testing, but Selenium has limitations. Krishna Chaitanya?
I'm good, sir.
Okay. We'll meet tomorrow, same time. Thank you.